story is better when you tell it. I keep it real. Yeah. Nothing probably gonna come out of rap. I should probably put this mic down. Baby mama starting to look
all right,
funny.
y'all. We don't start now. Nah. Don't let me interrupt you. Go ahead. Watch this.
We on live.
Yeah, niggas want to do push-ups to start their podcast voice, you know. So I just want to introduce myself. First off, let me retract this a little bit. Welcome to GodTalk one more time, episode 13. We working in this thing. I remember we started at 0. Now we here. Feel me? So thank you again for being part of the journey, being part of our story. I hope that something that we've said has entertained or enlightened you in some kind of way. Hopefully you don't stop the conversation here. Carry it on to your family, your friends. But it's your main man, Sean Auguste, Radio Sean, checking in. Sean of God. I got my better half here with me, Bain Ali.
Hey, what's the deal, everybody? Nice to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Summertime is almost over. Kids is about to go back to school.
School job
in August nowadays. Niggas go back in September.
If you work somewhere that get discounts, let some real niggas know. Let some real fathers know. You know, we need all the discounts. We got a whole nation over here. Target? Oh shit. Damn, I need some toiletries. Hey, shout out Target for robbing me over these years. Oh. Say no more. All right. We got, of course, my brother Radio Rachar.
Squad out. Rachar 90302. I thought I missed the episode, but I'm back right on time. Summer
definitely
flying by at a nice little rapid pace, but I can't really complain.
It wouldn't help anyway. Complaining doesn't help. You know, we've been having a great, what is this? What month is this? July? What is this?
Headed into August.
It's been a great month all the way around. Everything is packed. Bang, you got an announcement. Can you make an announcement live and tell the people what's been going on in your life lately or what? Drop the bomb, my nigga. Let me get a drum roll.
Bro, how you doing? Can we just wait till after the show? Let's say that's after the show, everybody.
Oh, man. See, I can't wait.
Wow. That'll make them stay to the end of the show. All right. So, again, welcome back to GodTalk. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. The suspense, I feel you. Listen, it's just us three, the three amigos, and we're going to tackle something I think is big. Some I've personally been working on. I think it's a more mass thing. Before I get too far, I can see what we need to do. All right. Father God, let's usher you in. First and foremost, I understand that this is you. You have made this happen, made it all a possibility, made it all an opportunity for everyone to grow and display their conversations and their ideas, hopefully to spark a greater idea and conversation later. In your name I pray. Amen. Now let's get this blown right. Now, the topic of today's show is life changes. If you aren't familiar with Casey Veggies, that is who introduced me to that phrase, that title, that name. It is the title of his debut album. It is one of the titles of his greatest songs, in my opinion. Life Changes That Touched Me. It's featuring Phil Boudreaux. You know, I think he was the originator of the sample. So they came together and they made a great song. I don't know if it was the intent, but they came up with a movement in my head to me. And ever since I really heard that song, it gave me like a name behind the movement, that my personal movement, not anything that I'm branding or anything, but just life changes. Life changes. Things happen. You ride the roller coaster. You can control the changes. Sometimes you can't control the changes. And that's why I thought that it was so important to bring it to GodTalk. So me personally, I want to start. We usually start with the left, but I'm going to start with the right. So, Rachar, you haven't been around because you've been working. And you've been working more than one job. And I remember at a point where that wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, your life has changed completely. So just to open it up, just to usher that atmosphere, can you talk about like the change from being busy all the time compared to not having anything to do, like not for lack of a better word, not having anything to do. All right, for sure. And I'm gonna fix this
But
button.
no, you absolutely
Get
right,
closer
bro.
too. I want the people to hear you.
It's just, everybody go through like life changes or situations, like family problems, like whatever you go through that kind of have you down financially, for lack of a better words, and whether you got a legit job or illegitimate job, we've all been down before. But to get back to the homie point was when I really started coming back around in his life, I was kind of at a low point. Like everything was in shambles. And like he said, he seen me coming from that, like, just being really strapped for cash at all times. And then he just seen me, maintain the same outlook. I would stray away, or, everybody just stray mentally sometimes. But overall, just, keeping it down as far as just handling my goals or just staying with it, like never giving up or never being a complainer. So fast forward to where I'm in a better space, holding down 2 jobs. My hustle is even flowing, and it's just because what the life changes bring. When you start accumulating money, getting back into the flow, start being your best self, your confidence naturally start being there. Because when you down, you be all right, like as far as not harming yourself or all right to the world, but you don't be your number one self because you're not dressing well, or you're not moving well, or you're not messing with the same women, or you're not buying the same shoes, or you're not going to the same bars or games, or doing your normal routine that you do when you
That you used to
when you flowing. Like if you lose your whip, like you used to moving around, or if you lose your job and you got 3 racks coming in the month, but now you only got 1,500 coming in the month. It's just
it sound minimal, but
it sound minimal, but that shit'll fuck up your confidence. And like people who see certain shit on the surface, they'll be like, "Oh, you all right?" They see you getting your haircut because the haircut only costs $20.
Don't say only because $20 is a lot.
But you know what I mean. This in the grand scheme is like 3 racks or something like that.
Yeah.
But like just because you are still dressing well or handling like manicure type shit, don't mean mentally you there. And that's what a lot of people get misconstrued. They just think you depressed if you just let yourself go and all that. Nah, people know how to maintain their upkeep and certain appearances, but still be fucked up. But getting back to the point, it's just confidence and just feeling good about yourself. Like that mental, it tests your mental health too. Like being down. Because you start complaining, or you start just wondering or second guessing who you really are, and then once shit pops, or you hit, or you get that job, or you start booking gigs and shit like that, and you back in the flow, it's like, damn.
So let me ask you this: like, knowing that the change has happened, did you physically or mentally or spiritually do something to ignite the change? Do you think you were responsible for the change that?
I think it was me and God. Because, we all pray. Some people pray more than others, but it was just, getting in the mirror or having conversations with yourself. No schizo, but just reinstilling and just doing a self-evaluation and realizing what you bring to the table as far as what it is, as far as life, just your profession, just as a person, like, doing that self-evaluation. It's like, oh, I'm handsome, I'm killer, I'm this, I'm that. Like, you got to pump yourself back up because you're getting a fucking stupor.
So,
but what I did is just talk to myself, talk to God, and just keep a positive attitude and just really, as cliche as this may sound, just take shit one day at a time, bro. Like sometimes when you got to go or something, you see the finish line and you don't realize like you got to go through day 7 to get to day 90, 100. Like, and it's hard to do that in the world we live in because, if you starting a business or if you starting a fashion line or anything, and it's $1 million idea, $700,000 idea, you just gotta run that race. And we in an era where you can see everybody's what they're doing, whether it's at the birth or whether they at their peak. You can see their rewards and all that. So you get discouraged because it's like, damn, why I didn't get there that fast?
And let's stay there because I don't want to get lost. So let's remember the topic. But like I put on Facebook the other day, like, because I saw Equalizer 2, which was a great movie. Please go see Equalizer, support Denzel. But speaking of Denzel, he was also on Pan and Praying. He said on the interview with Jamie Foxx, he said the actors they aren't keeping the mystery anymore.
It's impossible to these days, though.
They're putting movies out every month. I felt like it was a shot at The Rock and K Hart.
Bro, you can say the same thing with music, bro. Remember, like when we was in high school, how like an artist would disappear. You only see them in magazines or in interviews.
Exactly.
They'd be gone for like 8 months to us, but like now it's like the social media.
We see these niggas every day.
Every day, like literally every day.
And that removes some of the...
All of it, bro. All of the mystery.
I
Ain't
can't
no mystique.
separate the actor from
It's not even. You can look at a nigga like
the
Kawhi.
character anymore.
He has mystique because he don't publicly speak.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I think he autistic, low key. But for whatever reason he don't speak, it's like that's the closest thing to mystique from an artist, a basketball player, actor that I've seen in a long time.
We don't see Denzel like let's say like we see Will Smith.
But he's did it. But
right
Will
now.
Smith, he's right. Like everything he's doing to come out of his cave or bring his mystique back, it's been killer. He did the challenge on top of the
yeah.
He's doing cool stuff, but he gonna go right back into his.
He's gonna go back into the cave.
Right. So Will Smith is elite. So do you think that Will Smith being on the gram, being seen so much, showing his family, doing all that, being too exposed to the public, do you think that will hurt?
I think it helps.
It'll help his numbers, but just the overall.
It won't hurt nothing because it's already rumors and just shit about his kids, him and his wife. When you get to see him on a day-to-day, you get to build your own. You get to look at body language, what he's talking about. And from what I'm seeing, bro, because we hear all the stories and stuff, but when I look in his eyes and he dancing and he even rapped, he had a verse that was kind of killer. But
he was having fun. And
it's funny you say having fun because in his eyes I saw the Fresh Prince.
Yeah. He never lost
40.
it.
He never lost that. So that lets me know, like, the media, shit could cloud your judgment, but social media helps you see, like, you can't lie to the fans. You know when niggas happy, you know when niggas on drugs by this. And Will Smith just seemed like the Fresh Prince. It's just like
forever. And he said he never smoked weed a day in his life.
Music-wise is no different from Jay-Z. He's not that do-rag wearing Jay-Z, but now Jay-Z's 50 years old, right? It's all the evolution. That's what social media allows you to do.
And he said, Will Smith, I don't know if you saw the Rachar interview with him on Untitled, but he said that that he got his first rack and that curbed all his vices. So he didn't smoke weed. He didn't do none of that. Like,
you know what his weed was? The dough.
The dough.
Like
he said he had dough and he had girls. Girls was like his vice of all time. But of course, you know what I'm saying?
You see, going back to the street shit, if you see or just look at the documentaries, all the top, the kingpin niggas never touched the stuff.
Never touched it.
Never touched the stuff.
And of course, you know it's GodTalk because the segues be so great and divine. But we've changed, man. Everybody's changed. Will Smith said money changed him, which is lucky. It's rare. It's ironic. At a young age. Let me put it like that. This is gonna be a crazy segue, but I hope it ties in. Mr. Boonk Gang. I saw a crazy interview when you was just doped out your mind. It could have been staged. It could have been whatever. But I just thought it was so important to speak about because if you don't know, he had an interview on No Jumper where my man just completely was, I don't even know what drugs those are, bro. I'm not even hip.
Probably pills.
But he was completely incoherent, and the reason why he said that is because he said when he's high, he doesn't feel anything. And that led me to believe, or it gave me the idea that he's going through a lot. And that breaks he's like one of the leaders of like the younger guys virally on the internet, like Instagram and stuff. And I hear a lot of little kids say that. So I took the second to say, like, what are these kids really going through? Like, that's way different than what we went through. And does the internet make it worse? You know what I'm saying? So we can parking lot that right now. We can get back to that because I do want to speak to Bain because we've been going through a lot of changes. So I want to talk to you, but don't forget that idea. I need to figure out why these kids are so depressed. Like, what's the big thing that they're going through?
But let me tell you, because let me hop on before I forget, bro. Just like I was saying, bro. Imagine you as a fucking adult, bro. You on the gram and you seeing famous people, bro. As a kid, your mind is so...
And you can't do nothing with it. You can't go get a job right now.
Not even girls. It's easy for a high school girl. Now she used to look in the magazine and feel inferior to these models and all that shit. Now she can just go on the gram and look all day. I'm not as pretty as her. My body ain't this. Blah, 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 blah. Da-da-da. Little nigga in high school. I ain't as tall as this nigga. My mustache ain't came in yet. Like, it's so, like... It's so many outlets of... So much stuff are so easy to compare yourself to the next person or the next whatever.
It's too much.
It's too much. Like in the brain.
So that's what's creating the
this
depression.
Shit ain't really natural. That's what's creating. Bro, this is bro. Just like when you see a pretty girl on Instagram, you double tap that triggers something. If something scrolls across that you envious of, that's triggering something.
Yeah.
And that's
and the neocortex. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
And there
for saying
goes the
that.
fucking depression. Because if you condition to be jealous, now your brain's comparing
all day long.
Now you feeling depressed. And
Some tight rapper said that's suicide. Comparing yourself to another man is suicide. I don't know who said that, but could have been me. Mac Dre 2 out right now. Life changes. Welcome back to God Talk. Y'all know what it is. The topic, of course, God Talk. Life changes. Mac Dre 2 is out. Is the very intro. The first line. The reason why it was the intro is because the first line meant so much to me. And the first line says, "Been in this drought. Watch me bounce back." So that's why I'm holding court with my niggas right now. I'm talking to my brother Rap. What we call you? Rap Genius. 90302 Radio Falon. You feel me? So he's here with me, and of course my better half, who's yet to talk. So I know he got some shots loaded up. So Bain Ali, talk about the changes, man. The life changes.
Man, y'all know what the life changes I've been going through, man. And just like, man, my man Rachar was talking about how at a point in time when you're at your lows, you know what I'm saying? About my lows, what I did was to get over it is I always knew there was going to be better days ahead. You know what I mean? You got to always keep that in mind. And the next thing I did was, I just buckled down and just stay disciplined and make sure that I took care of my priorities before I took care of anything that I consider luxury. At a point in time where you got your lows, you know what I'm saying? Still, you want to enjoy life, but you got to enjoy the simple things in
That's
life.
my problem. Simple thinking. That's my favorite Nas song. That may be one of my favorite Nas songs. But let's stop right there because I have that. And I say that in the album too. Like, I keep spending money on things that I don't need. But
let me stop
you. Yeah.
Who's to say you don't need
Exactly. Bro. And it's not like niggas are spending $600 or...
That's why I'll be trying to ease up on certain people. I'll be on people about cigarettes. But this pack of cigarettes might keep a nigga from stabbing somebody or...
Anything.
Like, you never know.
Keep a nigga from crying. Keep a nigga from
jumping off of the fucking... Bro, you never know what... No, that's what I'm learning about life. I know it's cliche, but you never know what people
You never
want.
know.
And I learned that from, like you said, being... Like, when a nigga was down... Because appearance... My bad. Appearance will have people...
Your jersey. You burning your jersey.
Oh, shit. My bad. Damn. Appearance will have a motherfucker thinking everything's okay. And especially if you not a nigga like this. Me, bro... I'm not a complainer or some people, it's in their personality not to ask or, just to conceal it because they feel like they're a burden. So people will really be thinking, and I fell victim to thinking something that was everything cool because the person's surface look cool. And then they have a vent session with you and it's like, fuck.
It's like, fuck. Because they had the chains on and they had the new hoodie.
The new whatever. Or
shoes.
They sports team was up and they in a good mood about that. But after you turn Sports Center off, the niggas just...
I mean...
No, I'm not even talking about you. I'm just talking about...
No, we've been having a good conversation. Can we take a sports dive right now?
Bro,
we could leave. We could leave sports.
No, it's the God Talk. Bro, it might come back to the serious shit.
Bro. Shout out motherfucking LeBron, man. Hey, LeBron
and that's school, bro. That's big.
I love you and I hate you at the very same time. You know?
Bro, saw one thing.
Why you bring your motherfucking ass to
the gang?
Listen, dog.
Can we get a noise for the gang?
I'm gonna put a noise in there, man. Let me get a sound. I'm gonna get a sound pad. Listen, man.
The city's about to be turned, bro.
The city is fake. The city is fake. And the more... I don't need the fakeness to get in LeBron. He already got a couple fake tendencies.
As a diehard Laker fan, I'm gonna have to agree with this man and say the city has been fake.
The city fake, bro.
And look, let me tell you this, man. What I don't like, what I didn't like, bro, is how as soon as the playoff, the finals was over, they took down their Warrior gear that they was selling on the street. And put out Laker 23 LA Bron type shit.
Literally, like within 6 days.
I understand niggas out there hustling. I understand niggas out there trying to get their hustle on, but at the same time, where's your honor, bro?
Where's your integrity, bro?
Where's your integrity,
What the
LA?
fuck?
No honor in the dollar, bro.
No, it's no honor in LA.
It's not honor period,
They fucking my
And
nigga mural up.
Bro, because that goes back to his no.
Bro, I can't wait to get a Laker jersey. I got something for y'all Laker fans. I'm gonna give me a nice little Laker jersey. I got something for y'all, man.
As long as the man says he's in the Laker jersey.
Listen. Long as you know I'm not a Laker. Listen.
Hey, man.
I say all that to say, LeBron, thank you again for the 15 years. And I'm even gonna scratch all that out, bro. Fuck them 15 years. The shit that you did today, man, opening that school for our youth right now, it's for 3rd and 4th graders, but of course they have that idea to expand it up to 1st and 8th. What they say?
1st through 8th by like 2022, something like that.
So, LeBron, bro, you don't have to pick up another basketball. You don't have to pick up another sneaker.
For some reason, bro, I've been seeing 2022 pop up a lot.
Bro, you might want to look into that. Look into them numbers. Look into them numbers, man.
Happen.
Math is real God talk. Math is the real God talk.
Facts.
All right, blunt is on me. Look, I just finished a book called The Essentialism. Shout out to Kanye West. Let me stop right there. Shout out to my family, man, who I spent all day yesterday with. My sister's going back to college. She's about to be a senior. So shout out to everybody that's in school right now grinding. Happy belated birthday to my beautiful sister Erin. I call her Pooh, so if y'all hear Pooh, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Natalie, who just got accepted to is it Arizona or Arizona State? Arizona, right? Yeah. All right, so ASU. So shout out to Pooh. Shout out to Tat Tat. She's a single mom out here, a young mother with great roots, great mind, great head on her shoulders, smart, she witty, she creative, and it's a pleasure to have this in my family. So we was around them. I had my family, my old ass uncle, my older brother, my young family, and we spoke about Kanye West, about the slavery as a choice. So that sparked some great dialogue. But fast forward to my point, God, thank you for helping me remember. Kanye tweeted out the book Essentialism. And that's the book I just finished reading 2 weeks ago. And the book Essentialism is the pursuit of doing more with less. So it's separating the important shit from the dumb shit, the emotions from the, it's important. Just taking the vital and learning if it's important or not. So that's something that I've been doing and actively reducing myself to zero, cutting out things that I know may not have been good for me. So to tie it all in, yesterday, if you don't know, my big brother Tommy, he was shot multiple times, like in the eyes, in the head, everything. And he described his experience yesterday that first off, I've never kicked it with my brother, with my older family. Like, it was like everybody was together yesterday. And it was just so elated. I don't know if that's the right context to use that word, but he said he died on the table. And he saw a light. And my uncle, stay with me, y'all, because it's about to go all over the place. My uncle is like the leader. He's a deacon. He's a leader at Sunday school. And my cousin Brandon, who was there, he's a young background singer for everybody, traveled the world, does everything he needs to do. He asked my uncle, he was like, Uncle, do you believe that Jesus is the only way to heaven? And then my brother said, he asked my brother the same question. My brother said, I never went to church. I never read the Bible, but I know for a fact that there is a God, and I saw the light, and it's so long to go to that light. But I know if God calls you to that light, you got to travel to get to it. And then he got there. He got saved. He didn't die on the table with gunshots, hair, bleeding, blind, all that. And he never went to church. And he was able to profess his faith so profoundly. And then my uncle said, yeah, but he needs Jesus, right? So I'm sorry, y'all, for being long-winded. My cousin Nisha asked my brother Tommy, she said, so when that happened, you realized at that time you needed to make a change in your life. You hear, it's going to tie up. It's going to tie in. So my brother was like, yeah, laying on that table, seeing the light and all that, that's what made me make my change. Like, I know who shot me. I could go get him right now. I found out while I was on the hospital bed. He was like, to change everything and hit my brother's character is a go get him. He not gonna go get him because he's risen to the life of I don't have to go get him now. You know, but he can push the buttons. And for him not to push that button, he said I had to go through a change. I said all that to say my uncle has been working. He's been owning a mobile detailing business for years, and he's been working, and we've been begging him to change, and he is not changing. He's physically suffered because he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed in thinking. He hasn't changed in like his physical habits. So I say all that to say how important change is, because I feel if we don't change actively the things that we do, then they're gonna be changed for us to the point where ain't no change gonna be necessary because we're not gonna exist to be around. So that's pretty much just the basis of why I felt like life changes was so important. Excuse me, to talk on, to rap about, to put on Mac Dre. I thank Casey for putting that on there. I thank my nigga Radio Falon for being with me, and my nigga Bain Ali. So, with that said, now how many minutes we in? Okay, we got a little time. Let's get like 5 more minutes. Falon, are there any changes right now that you would like to make actively? Is there something that you could flip the script on? That the first, you ain't got to go too deep. Just the first thing that pop in your head.
I got a lot going on as far as business, babies.
You need to change your fantasy habits. Because you've been stinking up my league for a long
Bro,
time.
you've been stinking up your league for a long time.
What do you mean?
Too.
Commissioner.
I have jury and a...
Bro,
I'm
your
sorry.
jury.
Your
Blow
jury
the
is...
dust off that fucking jury. Bro. First
Sure.
of all,
Got dust
Is it
on
going to shine?
bro,
What can you blow? If
man,
I'm blowing the dust off my jury, what can you blow? Exactly. I'm blowing my ring. What y'all blowing?
One man has dominated this league until the last year when his brother won, and CJ had won 4 years in a row. So everybody's been sticking.
But I got jury. I'm a whole nother man. Anyway, other than your fantasy game, what would you like to change,
going
bro?
on, so I'm realizing your projects is like your kids. You got to focus your attention here.
Somebody understands me, right?
So it's like, just giving my equal attention to everything I got going on. Basically.
That's a change.
That's the change you got to make.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's going to get to a higher level where you got to do it. So if I can't do it at the ground level, I can't fucking do it.
But I don't know if this is true, but this is what I learned. That the word priorities didn't exist till like the late 80s. Like it was always priority. Like they didn't make it plural to like 86.
There's a lot of shit coming to you probably make the plural.
Yeah. So I just threw that in there. Bang, what's some shit that you have changed? What's some things that you want to change? Definitely your fantasy game.
Bro, every time I
Definitely.
see you in the season, bro, you take an L from me, bro.
Bro, that's Googleable. We'll look that up after. Or should I look it up right now?
And never mind these injuries that I be having. That's good bullshit.
Never mind these excuses that you're having right now.
Reasons.
What do you want to change, bro?
Reasons.
Feel me?
Permissions to do push-ups, sir.
Damn, what do I want to change? You know what? I do want to change my just up in my discipline level in myself when it comes to everything that I do. Yeah, just being more disciplined, more organized, and by doing that, it's going to take me far. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar in that, and watching that interview.
It's gonna take me far. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
I didn't mean to, bro. Stop. Stop. He asked, huh? That's what. Anyways,
Bars.
yeah, I could come with a few bars off the
All right, come
freestyle.
on. Reel it back.
I'm featuring on a few.
Reel it back. Bro, you got the floor, bro. So before we get this outro, I'm gonna make them wait till the end of the episode. They done waited, my nigga. How long?
I forgot about this.
Drop. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Never mind.
After all of that.
Right, after all of that.
Tell me after you get it.
Right.
Hey, everything exclusive, baby.
Anyway, Listen, guys. Change is inevitable.
Secretive about product.
Welcome
Until
it.
it's right.
Endorse it. Celebrate it. Even if it feels bad. Even if it feels good. In the words of Reverend Kanye West, if I could change anything, I would change everything. And right now, I am definitely on that chase of changing everything. Everything. My foundation, I want to change everything around me, you know. And I see it, and I pray for change, and I welcome it. I just want people to just, excuse me, let me stop right here. Before we go, you can change what you do. You can change the way you think. You can change the way you see things. Corny ass example, what if we saw McDonald's and saw it as a reminder to fucking work out today or tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Like, just change your cues, change your triggers, change the things that they taught us. And with that said, I really believe God was in here when we was talking, man. So thank y'all for tuning in. What's up?
I just thought of this too because I'll be doing it because I'll be nostalgic, bro. But how you can keep evolving too and get through hard times? Just keep in mind the just be conscious of time. Like, go back and look at some old pictures, whether it's
Facts.
like, because that lets you know it's like, oh, that was 10 years ago. So just think about it. Like, I'm gonna get through this, and like, where am I gonna be 6 months, a year later?
You never know.
Time keeps going. Like, just nothing is gonna last forever. Nothing lasts forever. So the hard time ain't even gonna last forever. So you just gotta weather the storm.
Life changes.
Be strong. Fight on.